This calls to order the Pairpoint Park Stakeholders Advisory Committee meeting for Thursday, November 13, 2025. I am Steve Jones, and I'm the chair.
Amanda Kelly, she, her, and just a committee member. Never mind.
Ann Hohenberger, committee member.
Bill Campbell, committee member.
Keith Whitehouse, committee member.
Yes. And the first order of business is actually not on the agenda, is we need a clerk.
I can do it. It's fine.
You can do that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
The pay is good.
Yeah.
The pay is good.
That pay is good.
That's why I do it. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
all this.
And the benefits. Public comment. Is there any public comment?
Keep up the good work.
We'll take it.
Thank you. We'll take that. Draft minutes. I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes from September 18, 2025.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes if there are no additions.
Okay.
I can't second because I wasn't here.
Okay.
It was on.
Uh-oh. I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? Additions, deletions?
I abstained.
Okay. All in favor of the motion to accept the minutes? Say aye. Aye? Aye? Okay.
We say aye? Yeah, we can
Yeah.
say aye.
You can say abstain.
Okay. So moved. Response to public comments. The last public comments were from you. You made a very generous offer to fill in the hole. Basically, that's the shorthand version. Basically, we're not going to address this in this committee because it's not part of our charge. And I checked numerous times. The answer was always the same. You have a route, though, to take if you want to advance your proposal. And that's with Keith. Nico, you have a plan? Want to make sure that...
No, he came. Keith came before the select board Monday night for public comment, and I explained the BRC process and told him that if it made sense to come back before the board, I'd reach out to him. I made that commitment to him, and
Okay.
Yeah, it did. So I
Okay.
was satisfied with that.
Okay.
I guess I would remind us as citizens that there is, and I appreciate your position, I do, and all of your positions. As citizens, the public is depending on us to fashion some sort of way for them to have access to their land. I realize what the motion said, but I'm talking about the citizens of Exeter that are in this room, and that's our charge. You know, I understand what you're saying about the charge, but the ultimate goal, there's no other purpose for this committee other than for us to get that land usable for the public. In my view, that may be off, but that's how I feel, and that's I'm sticking with that. So I thank you for your comments. Again, I see no other reason for this to occur other than for us to get that land open for the public to use it. I would love it to be a park. There's not enough money right now, it seems. We don't have the funding. So, you know, if we got it open, raise money on site. And that's what I said before. I'll say it again if you like, but that's where I'm at. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move on to the logo. And I have this logo from Maisie. You got that in your packet. Let me pass out another logo. This is from Joe Stagno.
Up there.
And I'll keep. So, first of all, I want to publicly thank Maisie,
Yeah.
who is a budding architect, has moved to Alton, but appreciate her time and her effort, her artistry. We're very sorry to lose her from the committee. Maisie, if you hear this, hear our thanks as well. You provided Maisie one logo. I included, it's up there as well, another logo drawn, well, rendered by Joe Stagnone, whose abilities I'm going to praise, and I will sing his praises in a moment. But Joe has some artistry and some talent, and he came up with this logo as a stand-in because he did the fundraiser video before Maisie could finish her logo. And so he needed a stand-in logo, and he developed this. So the question is, do we use one, the other, or both? Now, one thing I would say about Joe's logo, I'm going to ask that we, and I'll defer to later in this hour, not call ourselves an ecological park yet, but shy of that, look at the logo itself and, yes.
So I obviously missed two meetings. I missed 2 meetings. Is the Heron piece 100% decided on?
The Heron piece is 100% accurate, and it's it is not decided on. The point. So in September, Mary said, "Is it an accurate rendition?" And I went back and we actually rendered it. And it's accurate.
Okay, not of interest to me at all.
Yeah.
So have we as a committee said the Heron is our logo?
No, we have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry that I missed 2 meetings. I would love to take a crack at a different logo if the committee would be okay with that. If not, I'm totally okay with us moving on tonight. I'm sorry I missed 2 meetings. I would love to try one more crack at a logo before we voted on it. But
Okay.
that's up to you guys. I don't want to be holding anybody back for not being here.
Are we in a rush?
I assume we're in a little bit of a tight timeline.
We're in a little bit of a tight timeline.
I could definitely have it for the December meeting, if everybody's okay with that. If you're not, I'm not offended.
Yeah, I think you should give it a shot. I like this very much, but I don't know what the spirit is.
Okay.
Interesting here that the one that you were just showing has the kind of a white collar around the neck of the heron. Yeah, this in here.
I think we checked it. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
This
yeah.
might
Well, I'm
be
saying this
photo.
one coming in. When can we decide on the wording of a logo like the ecological park?
Let me get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
No rush.
Yes.
I would say go.
I
Yeah.
concur.
Yeah.
Do it.
Are you okay with
I'm
that,
okay with
Mr.
that,
Chair?
yes.
I know it
Yeah.
puts a wrench, so I'm okay with not wrenching.
So what it means is that we may use this video. In fact, this video is ready to go on a town website, along with other things on the town website, donations page.
Yeah, and then we can
Maybe
update it.
next week.
Yes.
And we can update it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So take a crack.
Okay,
All right.
thank you, everybody. Sorry about that.
Very good. And that brings us to Mary. And so about the wording. Mary wrote an email on November 4th saying, Steve, just now I wrote to 3 people, 2 of them scientists associated with the Great Bay Conservation Organizations. I gave them the statement you enclosed, which was the statement that Amanda drew up in July, that says that ecological park is a green space that takes special care of vegetation within it, protects the ecosystems that host it, and raises awareness in the public. asked their opinions of such and requested that they articulate requirements. It's my opinion, it's Mary's opinion, that the statement you sent be termed a working draft and that requirements to qualify the park as ecological will be developed. The requirements, whatever specific features, would be part of the architectural program for designers, engineers, architects, landscape architects, and custodians of the park to abide by. What we have now in that statement is lacking specifics. We can list those when we have them. At the present time, we do not have enough. I believe that the advisory committee members earnestly want an ecological park. The ecological term needs to be backed up with bona fides. After I hear back from the folks I contacted, I will let you know. So that's Mary's statement.
We don't have anything from other people yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So, is it, should I give Mary a deadline of next meeting?
Yes.
Yes. And
Definitely.
and then let's make a decision.
Yes.
Yeah,
That sounds
okay.
right.
All right. Videos. Now is my chance to sing the praises of Joe Stagnone. I don't know if you know Joe Stagnone. You've met him?
I have.
You have. You and he have a lot in common.
What's that?
Yeah, beard?
Exactly.
He's bearded?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't trust those people.
I know.
No, yeah. You're talented and you donate a lot to the town.
Yes, he does. He does.
yeah,
He's good.
Yeah. And he is talented.
Yes,
He,
very much so.
did you, everyone get a chance to watch the video?
No.
No? Okay, let's watch the video very quickly. It's 2 minutes and.
Perfect.
On behalf of the entire Pairpoint Park Stakeholders Advisory Committee, I would like to welcome you to the future home of Pairpoint Park. We are asking for your financial support in transforming this small plot of land into a gem in downtown Exeter. Your secure donation can be made on the Exeter Town website. In December 2023, Elliot Berkowitz and Nancy Phillips generously donated the property to the town of Exeter with the requirement that it be named Pairpoint Park after their longtime Exeter business. In June, the Select Board approved the town residents' favorite choice, the Shady Bosque Park design. The design is a nod to the ecology of the Great Bay Estuary. It features a stone wall-lined path leading to a circular central sitting area beneath elegant shade trees with gardens nestling the adjacent spaces. Beneath the trees will be tables, chairs, and benches where people can sit and gather to enjoy the tranquil surroundings. On the riverside of the bosque is one of the park's highlights, a deck with a scenic overlook where one can view the ever-changing seasonal views of the Exeter River, the diverse wildlife that resides in this natural setting, and the Great Dam Monument on the opposite shore. The park is designed to be universally accessible and welcoming for all to enjoy. We need your dollars to take the Shady Bosque design concept to the next level. Your money will help pay for design and engineering documents, which will be required to pursue federal and state grants that would offset the cost of building the park. Your donations are essential. Please give at whatever level you can. The sooner you give, the sooner we can complete the work required to make Pairpoint Park a reality. Thank you in advance for your support.
That's cool. The waterfall back is a little strong to the river, especially if you look at it today.
Yes.
Even if you look at it in January.
So, thank you, Joe Stagnone, for
Definitely.
outstanding work.
Great.
Great.
Artistry, creativeness. It's very much appreciated, Joe. And I know you listen to videos or listen live. So if you're listening tonight, this one's for you. Thank you also to Maisie, who provided the voiceover.
She did a nice job.
Yeah, she did a very nice
I'm just so
job.
glad it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that.
And it wasn't me either, and boy, is that a good thing.
Well,
Yeah.
she did a good job.
She did a
that's all
really
I'll
good job,
say.
yeah.
That's right.
So, hoping to go live on a website, the town website.
Next week.
Next week with a donations page, which will, we'll explain the donations page, if it could.
Yes,
This is Greg.
Greg Beeson, Exeter Parks and Recreation Director. Through our recreation software, we'll be accepting all the donations. So people will have a opportunity to either donate by coming into our office, mailing us a check at 10 Hampton Road, or going online with the caveat that they would pay a 3% fee. We'll have all the tiers laid out that you guys have selected, so they can pick multiple tiers, or they can pick a tier and put their dollar amount in. It is a preset dollar amount online, so they can't blankly put in $500,000, so they'll have to pick from the menu. But it's self-explanatory, and if we get any that are $50,000, I think Nico, myself, and Corey Stevens will be thrilled for you guys. So,
Who's going to bring the tea and the china to thank the $50,000?
that would be your group to go in a good photo op to get a check, because obviously that would be a good promotion to get further donations.
And checks are, in the memo line should state for the design and construction. of
Correct.
Pairpoint Park.
Pairpoint
Yeah.
Park. Yep.
Yeah. Very important to put that in. And thank you. So we're getting, we hope to get that live. Well, we hope to have a coordinated go live of a donations page. This donations of a video, a press release, which I'll go through Melissa with.
Melissa and Bob Gerlacki, because Bob's our communications coordinator.
Yep. And lastly,
This is to be accessed through the town website.
yeah, lastly, another sign from Joe Stagnone. And here we are. That's for you. This is for you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And
Oh, yeah, I don't need it, Steve.
Okay.
Remember, I have the original.
yeah, you're the original. Joe dropped off the sign at Greg's new office. Congratulations, Greg. Department of Parks and Rec is now officially at 10 Hampton Road.
Correct.
It's good to have you there. Yeah.
Long time coming.
Yes.
So be patient.
So, before we deploy this sign, I wanted this committee to see it and approve it.
So where was it? This would go on the website?
No, there's,
or
on the fence.
On the wall?
It was to go actually behind the fence so that people could not spray paint it or graffiti it.
And Steve, if I may, Joe designed a stanchion for it that will be setting in the ground temporarily to support it, and it slips right on and locks in place. It's a pretty handy design, so again, thank you, Joe. He showed us how to do it, and it's reusable, the stanchion, so we'll be able to put other signs on there.
Awesome.
I would appeal to my committee members to, if possible, could I do both of these, a second version for our next meeting?
Joe was very clear that if, this is a gift that he gave, knowing that we may not accept it.
So is this sign made already?
It's made.
Oh, it's made.
It's made.
Okay,
It's
so then
made.
we should just accept
Okay,
that.
okay, I didn't realize it was
It's
made.
a very nice
Yep,
sign.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
I just wondered about the asterisk, which is, after the word below, is an asterisk.
Well, there's a.
Before, too.
Before it as well.
It's just to
Ah,
stand
yeah.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If it's already made, I
Yeah.
take it
Okay.
back.
Glad you pointed that out.
How large will this be?
Oh, is it 7 feet?
It's 3 by 6, I think.
3 by 6, it's 3 by 6, yes.
Yep.
That's great.
It's 3 by 6.
I think it's
Get it up there.
Yeah.
Where did that other sign come from?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of neat.
We-
There's another sign.
There's another sign, yeah. So, did an experiment of standing on the bridge for 7 days in a row and talked to like 40 people or so, 35, 40 people. And only one of them knew what Pairpoint Park was. So, we just ordered a sign, put it up, said, this is future home Pairpoint Park. And this sign is an addition, it'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
So now we have a lot of signage now. That's not against the code, is it, Doug?
Oh, sir.
Good, thank you.
Have
So,
you seen the sign on the
You
park
have it on the
now?
fence?
No, I have
There's one
not.
on the fence right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
saw that.
The town of Exeter is exempt from any signage.
oh, good, thank you.
We could put a,
So,
yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Yep.
Just had to get by the building inspector, that's all.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a real
Very
happy.
good. So without I don't believe we need a formal motion on this. We've said to accept it. Joe, thank you very much. Very much. That was very generous.
I like how it has the design on it.
Yes, it does.
Great.
Can we jump to the BRC and then come back to fundraising? Do you want to speak about our approach to BRC next week? Yeah.
I have it in front of me. Just look how pretty I made it. Okay, so next week, I don't know, again, I apologize for how much context you already have, but Tuesday night is CIP night, capital improvements plan. So the BRC, so the planning board reviews the capital improvements plan for the town each year. They did that back in August or September. Yeah, and they give their stamp of approval to go forward with the projects as like projects, but not to do with the dollars. And then BRC looks at them and they look more at the dollar side. Those are, again, it's budget recommendations committee, so they're recommendations to the select board. So the select board has final review of the budget and they take the budget recommendations committee's advice, but they have final say. So they can raise or lower the numbers, they can approve, not approve, whatever, in the CIP. So Tuesday night is the presentation to budget committee. And I'm on the budget committee. So I'm going to recuse myself from budget committee member and be helping with the presentation. So we're going to present,
Jen Martell.
yep, Jen, Steve, and I. We're gonna present.
Yes,
Okay.
and quite frankly, again, I think the best spokesperson
It's Jen.
is Jen.
Yes.
Because she has professional experience
Okay.
and she carries quite some gravitas.
Absolutely.
And that, I think, is our best foot forward.
So what we need to explain is, so the CIP item that, as written, is asking for $35,000 toward the design and engineering specifically from the taxpayers as a warrant article. In the write-up, we committed to $5,000 as a committee of fundraising by the time it comes around. If we raise more, we would be reducing that ask by every dollar
coming around
raised.
being the vote in
The
March?
vote, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So at the time of the presentation, we don't have to have the $5,000. And we don't, if we have more by March, we would edit up to the last time that it can be edited before it's printed. We could edit the ask at that
Well,
time.
that's not quite. So what would happen on that is, if the warrant article, if the BRC recommends the warrant article as written and the select board agrees, it's read during the budget review meeting, which is the third Tuesday in January. So the warrant article will have to be written asking for the 35,000, but it can be written in a way that you can talk about seeking donations and that donations would offset that. So that you have to put the total amount you're asking for in the warrant article. That's the legal way to do it.
Right, I guess, what if by the X Tuesday in January, we only need 30? Can we write it as 30?
It has to be written before that meeting,
Okay.
because we're actually, that's the draft of the warrant articles. But we've done that before, like, for instance, with Planet Playground, you put in the full amount so that the voters know what the full amount is, but then you write that it could be offset, like in his case, it was offset by grants. With your case, it could be offset by donations, so that when they're voting on it, they know that it potentially could cost 35 or it could cost 0, depending upon how you do with the donations.
What's the deadline for the 35 number? Is that BRC CIP number?
No, it would be-
Because we just need that night. that
It would
deadline.
probably be the end of December, first week in January, the latest.
Okay.
So, well,
So if we have.
So, I'm sorry, so the budget will be discussed by the select board. Presumably, Chair Kelly's going to present the budget recommendations on December 8th, which is our first December select board meeting, and then the board will review the budget again amongst ourselves on December 22nd and probably that first Monday in January. So between those 2 days, that's when we, the select board, can reduce that number if you were to come forward and say, we have X amount of dollars.
perfect.
Right.
That's what all we need is just a
So I didn't mean
number.
to interrupt, but I just wanted to clarify.
No, that's excellent.
Thank you, yeah.
So between December 22nd and January 5th, we'll have the final number. So we are going to ask at CIP night for $35,000 with the caveat that between December 22nd and January 5th, we may be able to reduce that by a couple $1,000s. We'll see. So what we need to do is we need to explain to them what the $35,000 covers, what it doesn't cover, and what our future plan is for the park for fundraising and for paying for it. So we are committing that it will not be taxpayer funded.
So my suggestion when Steve was talking to me earlier, remember that whatever you present is going to go into the minutes.
I know. That's
So
why I'm
if
putting question marks.
I would suggest, stating that you are going to try to complete this with as little taxpayer dollars as possible, but I wouldn't pigeonhole yourself to say absolutely not.
Okay.
In the event that 2 years down the road, and then they hold up the minutes from next Tuesday and say, well, you said no taxpayer dollars, so.
So we're
There's a
going
way to
to,
get that message across, if you're
Yes.
going to seek donations, but I wouldn't.
And to be clear, we'll be seeking donations from large federal grant donations and other grants, which I'll go through in a minute. But the Lands and Water Conservation Fund money, that is a matching grant, and that is big bucks. So that's hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially. But we'd have to match it, so we may only, say, take 150 or 200 if the total bill is 350 to 400, with the hope that we can get the match from other grants and other donations.
And Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if you raise money for your design and engineering, that design and engineering can be applied as a match for LWCF, Land and Water Conservation. So you're already ahead of the game if you can raise the money to design and engineer it.
excellent.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That is, thank you for pointing that out. Yes, you told me earlier, but yeah, that's why you're there.
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
So, so we have to explain that we're asking for the money. We're asking for, hopefully, in the grand scheme of things, we're asking for like 10%-ish. We're not going to commit to that, but that's what we might be asking for. And we're just asking for it up front because to get the big dollars, we need these documents. So it'd be nice if we had 90% and then the town only had to, come in with the 10% at the end.
The construction documents, you mean? Yeah, we need the construction documents.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if we're asking the town for $35,000 and that's 10% of the entire project, sure, it'd be a lot easier to make this pitch if that 10% was at the end. But it just happens to be at the beginning. So we just need help to get off the ground with 10%. And we're really hoping that's all we ever have to ask for. So we have to explain that. And it's just hard to explain.
That's going to be standing in the booth, they're trying to figure that out. You
Yep.
got, maybe a bunch of other stuff to decide on, you're reading, yeah, interesting.
Would it help to have any silent support on Tuesday?
Certainly.
What do you think the chances are? You're knee deep in this deal. What's going on? Tell me true. Is it good, bad, indifferent? What do you
I
think?
don't know. It's a
50-50?
really nice plan we have of getting a whole park done with taxpayer being asked for 10%. It's a really nice plan. But I don't know if it's good enough.
Yeah, if it's going to work.
Yeah. However, we do have a fundraising plan, and it is
And
aggressive.
we're going to
Yeah.
be showing them our fundraising plan as well, everything we've done to date, and calendar month by month, all of our different things. You know, we have already applied for one grant, we have another grant coming up in December, we have some events, we have a lot of stuff, so we're sharing all that to show the work is being done.
Okay.
We're not just making this up with no calendar.
Good.
So that's our plan next week. And Jen sends her regrets that she was not able to make it tonight. She had another commitment, but Jen is putting her shoulder to the wheel, very much so, presenting next week, and also working on our presentation over the next 24 hours. And I would like to share with you, and I'm going to collect this afterwards, so everyone gets to see but not to keep.
I'm good now.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
I'll take one.
I'd be glad to come down.
Fundraising calendar,
If you want.
sorry?
I'd be glad to come down Tuesday night. and-
Okay, wonderful. It'd be good to have you.
I haven't been to a budget
Is this
review
secret
committee
squirrel
in
stuff, or
about
can I take a
10
picture?
years.
Oh, you can take a picture of it. I just don't want it going around the community, because,
Yeah, no
we're not going to show this until Tuesday night. So that's,
And it's nothing different than is in your packet with all these check marks. This actually has the more.
I hate the email, you know?
You
yeah.
have this printed,
Yeah.
addressed, yeah.
Thank
But this one has a lot more in it. This
Okay.
is-
So the first thing, we've taken our first step with fundraising, and $400, what did we get?
Yeah, $400 from a committee, an organization of the Women's Club.
Excellent.
And we're just working out the details on the
Right,
check,
right.
but, thank them, please, and you know who you are. Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed.
For starting us off and having faith in this project. I worked with Greg, and Greg submitted a Meredith Valley Savings Bank Fund grant for $10,000.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I did that last month.
Great.
So that's potentially another $10,000. This month, we're coordinating with three other major local donors. Yes, 3. One, I understand from you, that's what I'm counting.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know, but we're contacting them. I've contacted another one, a major donor, and we're not going to name names here, but I've contacted another donor, and there is a third that we'll be contacting within the next 2 weeks. So that's 3. These could net potentially tens of thousands of dollars. In addition, grants,
How do these donations fit in with the request to the?
yes,
It would reduce
it would reduce yes, yeah. The point is to try to do as much of this,
Yeah,
before December.
yeah, well, to do as much of it as possible even after that. So we
Of
can
course.
go to the
yeah, I just.
to Seacoast Online and other news outlets and say, listen, we know that the warrant article says this, and we have raised this much money, and make the pitch. T-Mobile has a grant, and The actual limit is $50,000 on that grant. I wrote less than that here. Not every grant gets $50,000, but and that grant is limited to 100 towns. We meet the definition of a town in the United States. So
Each year?
each year, yeah. So it's
Could we apply to Moose Plate for this?
sorry.
Could we apply to Moose Plate for this?
That's LW's, yeah.
Time-wise, I was thinking.
Not in this piece. That's the
Later?
construction piece. That's the one we need the documents for.
Right.
Yeah. There's also two things we'd like to talk about, fundraising events, but finish up with the grants next March or so. Greg, you recommended that we apply to the AARP community grant.
Yep. Since we're AARP age-friendly community, it bodes well. But again, like the T-Mobile one, it's a highly competitive grant. And just a clarification, T-Mobile has 4 rounds of grants in 2026. So they have one each quarter.
Great.
So cell phones are profitable. But but yeah, the AARP one, and they've built many of parks with the AARP funds. So we can appease to the accessibility to the river as being a key factor in the building.
And the fact that the design, we intend for this design, and the select board approved the concept of a fully accessible
Yep.
design. So, in addition, this segues quickly into 2 fundraising events. Ann, do you want to start off with?
Well, mine hasn't gotten quite off the ground like yours. Start off with yours.
Okay. Mine is, if yours is not off the ground, mine is this far off the ground.
Oh, mine's under the ground.
So, my proposal this evening, and want to get your approval on it before I do it, is to have a fundraising event with a wine showcase. This would involve using town hall and inviting 5 vendors of wine in the state of New Hampshire. Tony Colandrello gave me the name of 5 vendors, the contact numbers, and he laid out for me how this is done. We would bring in the vendors and say, 2 tables a vendor, one for reds, one for white wines, and we would charge them $100 a table. So that'd be $1,000. That would cover our expenses. And then we would charge people at the door $50 to come in and sample any wines that the vendors have to offer. For the vendors, it's an opportunity for marketing wines, and for us, it's a fundraiser. And I just worked on the application for the town hall this afternoon with Greg. So if you have questions about what this would involve, please ask. But otherwise, I was looking for general approval for this plan. You get thumbs up even before the questions. Okay, there's one. Do you have any questions?
No.
Yeah,
Sounds good, man.
sounds good.
Let us know how we can help.
So yes.
Great bouncer.
So I want to reassure people, I know Dev said, I can't do fundraising, and Jen Martell said, I can't do all those activities. And I said to Jen, take a shift at the door. This will be a 3-hour event, 5 till 8. There'll be some setup, for sure. There'll be food that I'm going to seek donations from area restaurants. They can put up a banner so we can have some nibbles. Mary Tagle would like to have music, and she's seeking a donor to pay for a trio. I believe it's a classical, not a jazz trio, but, and you had mentioned decorations.
Well, you thought it was to be a Valentine's event.
Yes,
so
this is,
that's
this,
why I
yeah,
thought-
this is, would be scheduled for Friday, February 13. That gives essentially 3 months for me to get this together.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, it's a romantic day. The next day is the big day. This is the warm-up.
And Mr. Chair, just to give the group, so once you submit the application, I get approval from the certain department heads, and then because it includes alcohol, it needs to go to Nico and the board
Yep.
to do the final vote to allow alcohol. And just one caveat, and Steve's already, he'll explain this, but since it's a town, we, as town entities, we usually partner with a nonprofit, and
And indeed, I partnered with a nonprofit, so I got permission. Yeah, the chamber very generously offered their name. Jen Wheeler was very generous. And I told her that they don't need to do anything. And they're lending us their name so that we can get a liquor license for a day.
yep, that's it.
Yeah, so yeah, 3 months, that's about right to do all the work that I'll need to do to get this organized and up and running and advertise it. And, do you have any concerns?
No, sounds good, man. Keep
Okay.
going.
Yeah, so that's, anticipated revenue from that would be about $5,000. 100 people, $50 at the door or online ahead of time.
So there's going to be no limit to the amount of people that could attend?
Well, there has to be a limit, unfortunately, due to the constraints of town hall.
The occupancy?
Yeah,
Correct.
In
occupancy.
3 hours, you could have several people go.
We could. On the draft application, I said 150 people. If you wanted to gun for more, we could do shifts, but I'm all ears. Yeah. Tony Galandrello thought that we could hit the 100 mark in this town. And if we, theme it on Valentine's Day, maybe we'll get a few more. So, yeah,
Interesting.
that was my hope. So essentially, do I have the thumbs up to
Yeah,
move
yeah,
forward?
sounds
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Okay, so I will move forward with that, and I'll be struggling with that application PDF to,
Okay.
get the things in the boxes, but,
I can help.
Steve, you can always handwrite it.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. The PDF doesn't. All right, so that's the wine tasting, and the musicians and the decorations and the food. Silent auction.
Well, I thought about a silent auction, but then, it'd be fun to have a live auction along with it. But I would need a committee, 3 to 5, to get this pulled off. And, we have to decide where it could be held.
Excuse me, I just motioned, Nico has to go at
Oh,
quarter
okay.
of.
I
and
thought you
so
were saying we could have it
I was
at
just
his house.
reminding him that. Yeah.
Well, we have to pick a date, where March is the target. I've been researching
With this chair is 288,
online
300.
auction
Really?
companies.
With tables, it's probably
And
less.
many are free, and
The chief.
I've never done this, so I would need help. You have to choose a date, a time, a place, and I'd love to have a team to help me solicit things, so we're just a tiny committee, so.
Well, there are others who are not here, but I think Jen Martell has said she's very busy and she is on the planning
Yeah.
board, and she does have other commitments.
What about core committee members, maybe some people who used to be on the committee or
Absolutely
Yeah.
who are
fine.
Be on
just
the committee.
interested
Yeah.
in helping but not coming
Yeah.
to the meetings.
Yes,
And-
absolutely
right?
fine.
Can we
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do have a list of people.
solicit?
Those-
Okay, great.
But I don't know any of them. But they've shown interest in supporting.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can help you get.
Okay, because you probably know them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think that's probably the best way to leverage.
And do, things like, do we deliver items? Do people pick them all up? Do we, there are a lot of things to consider.
Right. Yeah.
Describe them. I mean, I thought of you when I thought this
Yeah, I'll give that.
1-hour landscape consultation.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I believe that.
We are landscapers.
Yes, exactly.
That's number one on my list.
1 hour.
I have a quilt that's been donated.
Very good.
That's awesome.
And,
That's awesome.
Great.
My
Yeah.
daughter says, "Oh, I make dog collars," and these are the ones she brought up with her last week. She makes a lot. She
Oh,
brought
yeah.
these are
Yeah.
these are
popular.
Halloween.
That's excellent.
Jen Martell had the idea too of some experiences, so maybe offline chatting with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Experiences,
forget what she
like Caribbean.
Yeah, something. I
Ann,
don't know.
are you comfortable with what you're hearing for support, knowing that the chair will back you up if need be?
Thank you.
But the chair is busy getting a liquor license
Yes.
for a day.
No samples.
No samples. See you.
Why don't we chat offline and I'll try to help you get in touch with those people and see if you can
Okay.
form a
Okay. I think I gave you
ad
that
hoc
list
committee.
once before.
Yep.
So you have all the.
I do. Yep.
I don't know her, but I see her online.
Yeah, I can coordinate.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the first thing to do is to
A date.
get a date
And
and
do we
then.
want a live or just silent?
I think
Do you have
until
any-
you talk to those people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See what they're into.
Yeah. Do you have any preferences? Do you want-
I'm not wildly familiar with that. That'd not be a forte of mine, but
There
I
may be
could deliver the
something
stuff.
on there
Yeah.
There you
you
go.
Yeah.
want.
See,
I
that's
can-
huge.
Well,
I can
That's
contribute.
huge.
that's huge.
If
That's huge.
somebody was
Yeah.
available who's really a good auctioneer, it could be live, but otherwise I
True.
go silent.
You think silent? Just
Just,
try to raise $2,000. I saw that number with a silent.
I think, yeah. But
It
do
would
you
be
mean
much easier.
in-person silent auction versus online silent auction? Is that what you meant by live?
Yeah,
Or did you mean
live.
live?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Which one?
Both.
In-person silent. Oh, both. Because
Yes.
I think you could do in-person silent, add another event, right? Piggyback on another event pretty easily.
Yeah, his.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe I could be in the corner there.
You could have
Absolutely.
it- yeah,
Absolutely.
You could probably
Yeah.
figure out a way to have it. Yeah, that would be great.
If I could piggyback on yours,
Absolutely.
I think that's.
I'd be up on the
that's teamwork.
stage.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
yeah. Well, a
They-
silent auction, yeah,
Yes.
on the, yeah, they could
Yeah.
come over to it.
Do you think that would work?
I think it would be fantastic to use one event for two purposes.
Yes.
And perhaps we
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
do it, if it's
Yeah.
successful, we could have another silent auction and later on. Who knows?
Yes. Now,
That would be-
mind
Cuts
you,
out a lot of delivery.
the wine showcase
Will be,
would be limited to 150 people.
oh, yeah.
So, but 150 people is way more than none. And, they may be just tipsy enough to donate a little bit more.
Yeah,
And the vendors might buy, and who knows?
yeah.
Yeah, but I
And
think
there could
that,
be multiple options, like, do you want to give a donation in cash? Do you want to
Yeah,
look through
that's
our
what I'm
items,
thinking.
right?
We have
exactly.
Yeah.
Mary's Bank.
I think it's great.
So this is our fundraising calendar, that's our fundraising plan.
I would personally like to mostly help with grants. I think that
Okay.
we can get a lot of bang for the buck with the grants, so that's the main thing.
And you
that
need
I-
help, I saw mentioned somewhere. Are you going to do that all yourself?
I can do it with Steve's oversight.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not with a lot of help.
So we've got 3 grants
Yeah.
on the list. I think that's a good number to start with.
Yeah.
Yes, they're competitive, but the Meredith Valley Savings Bank, for example, is, we're in their service area.
Yeah, that's a branch here.
Yeah, there's a branch here in town.
The T-Mobile is also part of that tower that's in town. So that's something that's should be mentioned.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me write that down. Mention tower in town. Okay. Next, very quick. Last meeting, Bill and I said, yeah, we'll go off and think about items for purchase. Bill, we thought about items for purchase, but it's too soon without.
That's what you said.
Yeah, it's too soon really to move
Turned
on.
off my brain.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just to mention that, we did meet, we did
No,
think
I have
about it.
notes.
And we have notes and
You mean item for purchase specifically?
items, those would be like pavers for the
Yeah,
park,
yeah.
bricks.
Yeah.
This is as opposed to donations.
Yeah, that can be tough if you wind up with more donors for bricks that you don't need.
Exactly.
Right, and so that was the
After
point, was that
design.
we get a design first and
Right.
then we
Yeah,
can,
you get the
yeah,
force out in front of the cart.
yeah, exactly.
Bill, do you still want to work on the letter writing campaign?
I was thinking that, and I looked at, we had a letter, somebody wrote a long letter that I have it in my notes
Excellent.
from,
Yeah.
it was in one of our packets.
Yeah,
And I looked at it today, matter of fact, just coming in.
Oh.
And I thought, well, it's a little long.
But we can start
Oh.
with it. That's
A
our,
little long, but I would maybe get together with you and we
Yeah.
could go through it.
perfect.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right,
Let's do it.
And to be presented at next meeting.
all right.
Yeah.
Been a lot of stuff.
Well, so,
All right.
We can do it.
yes, I am pushing folks.
Yep.
And please excuse me for pushing you, but I'm pushing
It's time.
with a goal of getting as much money raised to tell the taxpayers
we need that.
We do.
that we don't want to put extra burden on them. And that to the extent possible, once the design and engineering is done, the goal is to do as much with grant money and donations as possible. Yeah.
So just for everybody's information, I will be working to do the very best I can to get that property open for public use. As mentioned before, that's my singular purpose. I'll be glad to help with any and all other things that I can. But that will be my purpose, with the idea that we could perhaps show the public what they own and what it is that the wild and beautiful river is. And perhaps this will spur on some of this fundraising that we've been discussing.
We could pump some water in the river, so it looks.
My bunion's acting up. I think it's gonna rain.
And with that, I think the agenda is complete.
All right.
We are adjourned.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Steve, do you know where this came from?
Thank you for
Did you
tuning
write
to
it?
Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.